Here is how I would optimize Supersmile website to increase conversions. First, I would get rid of this white line that we have here. I don't know what that is, probably a bug, and it's just hurting the branding for nothing. Then we've got a nice offer in the notice bar, free shipping on 75 plus orders, that's great. Then we've got a good attention grabbing video, but I wouldn't show the product line directly in the video because we're already seeing here bundles, toothpaste, like we understand that the brand is selling oral care products. And the hero section is quite optimized, so no need to show this. Instead, so the video is starting with Beyond White, then we see the products. I would start with something that is showcasing the value proposition of the brand, which is making your teeth whiter. So I would start from there. Clinically proven, up to 9 shades whiter in 5 days. This is attention grabbing, and this is a very strong, bold claim, bold value proposition. Then I wouldn't show this, maybe later, and I would show this. White smile, fresh breath, healthy gums. Those are the benefits of the products. And if you're making such a bold claim, you need to back it up with some authority. And it's great because this brand has some authority here, 40 years of innovation from Dr. Smigel, and they have this unique formula that's called CarProx, and this is a great way to say this is what makes us different from other brands. And we've actually got 40 years of innovation investing in this. So that should be either inside of the video, or it can be like a line right under or above the section to, add some trust elements, some authority elements. And actually talking about trust, they do have a lot of reviews and trust. Yeah, you can see a review from Kristen Bell. And also, I think there's Adam Sandler, right here. That should be leveraged either on the homepage in the hero section, but like in the video above or under, but that should really be leveraged. Apart from that, honestly, the homepage is quite well optimized. Like we can clearly identify the different collection and it's clean, and the video is quite well optimized. Just the CTA, depending on different clips, it can be difficult to see it. So maybe I wouldn't put it transparent, but otherwise it's really quite good. What we are going to see first is the collection page, because there are 3 things that I really don't like in the collection pages. The first one is, why do we see the filters and sort by above the collection title? That should be under. It's just a matter of hierarchy, right? Like you're seeing the most important thing, and then it has to be congruent, the order of elements you're seeing. So I would change that, and first I would show the different categories that the brand has. When you go in collections, you've got toothpaste, brushes, all of that. I would put them here just to make it easier for people to go from the toothpaste collection to the mouthwash collection, etc. It just makes the process a lot easier, because otherwise you have to go here and search for what you're looking for. So we want to keep people on that page in the shopping mode. So I would put this, then the collection title, instead of just keeping it generic like this, I would make it more precise. So toothpaste can either be to, protect or reinforce your teeth, can be to freshen your breath, can be to whiten your teeth. And this brand, what they do is that they make teeth whitening products. So we want to highlight this benefit directly in the collection title. Then what I did here is that I added the different unique selling points: lab tested, dentist approved, made in the USA, 30-day guarantee. And this is meant to justify the price that we have here. Like, why should you buy a toothpaste for $25 when you can get one at the shelves of your local grocery shop for $3 or $4, right? Well, you're getting this price because it's made in the USA, lab tested, dentist approved, and 30-day guarantee. Next thing I would do is, we talked about hierarchy. I would reorganize filters and sort by and just put this right under the collection title. That would make more sense. And one thing that I would do here also is add this option where people can choose to view the collections as a grid, like it is right now, or as a card, because I'm not sure if the brand is 40 years old, but I think they've been there for quite some time. So they probably have a lot of clients that have been coming back for many years, probably many decades. And so they're probably order generation. So we want to make it easier for them to scan through the products and all the informations. So that's a very small thing that you can add, but that can change the total experience. Then again, I would just group all elements, like make the cards more visible. As you can see, there is like a thin layout on the sides. And I would add badges just to differentiate product from each other, make it easier for people to scan through the collection. For example, if you're new to the brand, seeing a bestseller tag will basically channel you through this product. And this is what you want to do, because if I'm new to this brand, I probably don't know which one I should get first. But if I'm saying that this one is the bestseller and most people are happy with this one, this is the one that I should get, right? So use the tag strategically. After that, I would put the reviews in different colors, like the stars, because I felt that here it's blending it a bit too much. There is everything that is written in gray except the call to action. So maybe in yellow that would pop up a bit more, right? And the last thing is, why do we have different CTA, like add to cart, choose an option? I'm guessing it's because those ones have different variants and the other one just don't. Yeah. But I think it can be a bit confusing. It would be better to standardize everything in the collection page. So like what I would do is just put add to cart for all of them. And if they want to keep the option, to have this pop-up and show the different options, then they can do it, but keep the CTA the same for everything. So that's it for the collection page. Then let's see the product page. As you can see here, I went quite heavy on the redesigns, but I think it's quite needed. And to be honest, the most important part where I would focus my energy if I were to redesign Supersmile website is really the image box. Because right now we've got the fold line here, and the image box is taking 3/4 of the above the fold section. So like they're probably losing a lot of people, because the image box is literally the part that gets the most attention on the product page. I'm talking on mobile, obviously, and that's where you want to make the sale. So I don't know if you've seen my previous video on YouTube where I talk about infographic, but the idea is how to go from a blank image like this, where we just see the product and nothing else, so it's not adding any value for people browsing your website, to going to like having a carousel like this with different infographics that are basically moving people from an awareness stage to another, where you tell them exactly what's your value proposition, what's going to be the transformation if they buy your product, something very clear, tangible. Then we've got the authority to back our claims and the transformation. After that, we've got the different features of the product, like how are we going to reach the benefit? Well, because we've got our unique formula, and then we've got those unique selling points, lab tested, made in the USA, etc. And you can also add other infographics like social proof, reviews, offers, things like that. So yeah, to optimize the image box of Supersmile, easy or just make it square, but not full width. It doesn't need to take too much space. Like we're not talking about fashion or jewelry, like those industry where the visuals really do matter. So instead I would just like use some margins on the side and just add chevrons just to indicate that people can scroll, because not everyone understands that you can scroll through the carousel. Also, as you can see here, like the small dots that we've got on the product pages, this is not really appealing, right? Like you don't really want to check other images. And if you see like an image like this and then you see dots, you're probably thinking you're going to see like other images of the product like this. Instead, what you want to do is have a carousel where you're showing different thumbnails here to encourage people to click on those, right? And you'll see that if you implement this, like if your website is looking like this right now and you implement this and you check your heat maps on heatmap.com or Microsoft Clarity or Oja, you will see that everyone is clicking there. Like it's crazy. After that, the social proof, I would put it right after the infographics to reinforce the social proof, because that's an infographic I haven't put here, but it's something that I did in the previous YouTube video. So it would be like later in the carousel. What you can do is just add the number, the rating next to the number of reviews. After that, I would make the product title a lot smaller, like instead of 2 lines, just 1 line, because this should be fitting. And normally By the moment people reach this step, they already know what the brand is doing. They already know that it's a teeth whitening toothpaste. We don't need to have it that big, right? So yeah, I would just put it like this. Next, we're reminding people once again that this is the best seller. So this is the right option if you're new to the brand. And I just added this, Amazon style 2000 baht in past months. Then you need to choose the flavor. And instead of having people doing 2 clicks, like 1 and 2, you want to make it easy for them and lay out all the different flavors. So it's easier to scan, like cinnamon, rosewater, mint, original mint, but also it's just 1 click instead of 2. And what you want to do is minimize the number of clicks that people have to do to reach checkout and buy from you. So this is a great way to do it. The brand right now is trying to push people toward subscribing, right? This is the biggest thing that we see after we've seen like the above the fold. And it's a lot easier to get people to buy more of the same product, like to increase AOV, than to have people subscribing. So what I would do instead is make the subscription box a bit smaller like this, a bit more discreet. So it's not like the main thing you're setting, but instead of having like the quantity selector that most probably nobody is using, I would do something more like that where we anchor product prices. So it's like you can either choose 1 toothpaste for $25 or you can get 3 for $50. So you would feel stupid buying 1 for $25 when for twice the price you could get 3. And then you could reinforce this like buy 3, get 2 free. But here's the idea. This is really about trying to get more spending from the traffic you're getting, right? This is how we increase revenue per visitor. And then if people are satisfied with the product, they'll get back and they'll probably just like buy 1 toothpaste and subscribe and save. And if they're a family and maybe there are 3, then they will choose this option. And if there are 5, they will choose this option. But this is a lot more enticing than just this. So you see how to very simply change the way the offer is presented. Next, we've got the call to action, and I really don't understand why this is not taking the full width. So that's a simple tweak that I would do, and I would just like add the total amount in the cart, just like reminding people how much they're going to pay. After that, I would just show 3 USPs like free shipping over $75, 30-day guarantee, dentist approved. And last thing in the product page I would do, you cannot see it, but if you scroll down here, you would see those different accordions, description, how to use ingredients. And I would just add benefits because most of the time that's what most people are interested about. So yeah, that's it for the redesign of the product page. And the last redesign is the cart. And as you can see, I didn't want it to make too many changes here. I wanted to keep it quite simple and minimalist like it is currently on this design. However, there are things that I really don't understand in this cart. Like, again, why do we have your cart and close under the progress bar? Like, there should be a proper hierarchy here. Your cart should be the first thing that people see when they land on the cart, and they should have an easy option to close the cart, right? Then you've got the product and the progress bar. And here, as you can see, I just made it a bit easier to scan, that you need to spend $50 more and get free shipping. Here, you don't really want to read it, right? Next thing is upsells. There is too much blank space that is not being used in this cart, and we can introduce upsell in a very compelling way with some copywriting that is relevant, like upgrade your oral care routine. And if you're about to buy a whitening toothpaste for $25, there is a high probability that you can add to your cart a toothbrush for just $9, right? And then a mouthwash for, I don't know how much it is, like $10 or $15. So yeah, a smart way to introduce upsells. Then again here, like, why do we have this is a free gift and subtotal under the CTA? Like, CTA should be the last thing you see in the cart except payment icons. So it's again a problem of hierarchy. So I would put this right above this. And then the CTA, instead of just saying checkout, this is a quick win. I would just put a locker and put safe checkout just to reassure people. And then to reassure them even more, just tell them that you've got their preferred method of payment. And this has been proven countless times on A/B tests that it's like a very low hanging fruit to increase your conversion rate. So yeah, this is how I would optimize Supersmile website to increase conversions. If you want me to have a look at your website and do a similar audit, just fill the form. I will put a link in the description of the presentation. And if you want to have a call directly with me, I'll also put a calendar link. So thank you for watching.